Today we're talking about a technique called deadsticking. It's also known as soaking, and complete transparency, it's not something I have a ton of experience in, but it's something that I've experienced recently, and I think it's really, really important to talk about it, especially this time of year. Some of you guys may have heard of it, some of you guys haven't. For those of you who haven't, you take a soft plastic lure and you put it into a high percentage area where there's fish and you don't move it. Check this out.
That water is not like freezing. It's not like frigid. Try dead sticking it. See what happens. So I'm just pick it up. Yep, I felt that. Picked up the dead stick. No shit. Hopefully he didn't swallow it. It feels like a decent one. Water skier. I've never been a dead sticker ever.
I have history here, and I've fished this spot, this pond, this time of year. I know there are fish here. What you guys didn't see is me throwing the tackle box at them earlier for the past 45 minutes. I was throwing everything at them and nothing was happening until I decided, you know what, let's just not move it.
I just let it sink. And then I just tighten up my line just enough so it's semi-slack. I felt the dink.
It's all about putting the bait in the right spot. Put it where the fish are. Cast it out. Let it hit bottom. Wait 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 seconds. Nothing. Move it a couple 6, 7, 8 inches. Reel up your slack. Do it again. That doesn't work. Reel it up. You're in the wrong spot. Put it into a different spot.
Ooh, Charlie, that was a cast. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, buddy, you're hooked. Yes, you are hooked. Not wanting to come up. Not wanting to come up. Yes. The dead stick. Huh. Hooked him on the outside.
One thing to understand about bass is they're very, very curious animals. If you put a bait in their area, they are going to come check it out. Why? Because they want to know, is this food and can I eat it? Or is this a threat and do I need to book out of here?
To the trees! Oh yeah, that's a good one. Get out of that tree. Get out of there. Oh, man. He thumped that thing and took off with it. He got me buried in some laydowns. That was fun. I've never had a bass pull like that here.
What kind of baits are typically used for this, or what kind of baits should you be throwing? Number one, baits with not a lot of action. Think Ned rigs, Texas rigs, tubes, jigs. Jigs is a special one, especially if you have jigs with living rubber skirts, because under the water, those living rubber skirts, even with a little bit of water current, they're gonna have some secondary action. They're gonna move on their own, and that's something that may really, really entice the bass.
All right, do I have any other? I'll try you. They would try you. I just don't know I'll be able to cast this guy out there that far. I don't think I will. That's going to be the tough part. Casting distance. Oh, I thumped it. I didn't have it all the way.
Of a bait do you need to be fishing? I would say you need to fish a bait heavy enough to maintain bottom contact on a semi-slack line, but not so heavy that it's going to get buried down into the cover that you're fishing.
I had reservations about tying on the OSP Hunts Jig because I didn't want to lose it because I just got it, but that's not the right way to fish. Don't worry about losing your baits, worry about hooking the fish.
So I said something in this video totally unrelated to dead sticking, really important, and I want to talk about it. I don't worry about losing my baits. I want to put my baits where the bass are, and sometimes that means putting it into the gnarliest piece of cover, whether it's a $3 jig or a $50 swim bait. If you are not putting your bait where the bass are because you're scared you're going to lose your bait, you've already lost that fish.
Oh. Hook sets are free, and I don't want him to swallow it. He thumped it. Decent one for sure. Oh, yeah. Come here, buddy. You don't like being a water skier? Oh, nice.
So let's talk about how long do you soak it? I can't answer that question. Only the bass can for you. There were some fish that were there within 10 seconds. And you can see by that last one, it took him 45 seconds to go ahead and pick that up. A couple of things that I want to leave you with. Number one, hook sets are free. What do I mean by that? In the wintertime, bass are notorious picking your bait up, whether it's a moving bait or a bait that's sitting still. And as you're lifting your rod tip, trying to figure out, is that fish there? They're actually swimming in with it. So if for 1 second you think that there's a fish on it, swing. You don't want to miss potentially hooking a giant and him feeling you and spitting your bait. Do me a favor. I'm really interested in learning what you guys think about this technique. Have you fished it? When do you fish it? What baits do you use? What's been successful for you? If you're willing to share that information down below, I have a feeling that a lot of people may be able to learn something by reading those comments, because I feel that a lot of people are going to watch this video that have heard of this technique but never used it, and I feel that wintertime might be the perfect time to go out and try it.